Got a new air conditioner here by Gidrox. This is a 12 volt AC. Let me get this thing unboxed, and then I got to go install it. And then we're going to test it and see how great this thing really is. So I got this old fantastic fan thing right here. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to install it right there. So first, let me just disconnect all this and get this all out of here. Okay, I got that. See, what I need to figure out, somehow I got to get through here over to this wall for the battery and drop down to where my batteries are at. So I've got to make sure I've got a way to get over to that there. I need to do that too. Make sure I can get over there. Now there's my one. This only has one air conditioner in here, and that's a ducted one. But up here in the bedrooms, that's where I'm putting this other one at right here. So, because it gets hot up here. Let's see, I do got, this here's probably 12 volts right here, but this ain't gonna be enough gauge wire. You gotta have number 4 get wire. But this is gonna be 12 volts though, but maybe it will follow this back to the battery somehow. Probably comes out of this light right here actually though. So that's what I've got to try to do next now. I gotta see if I can fish over there and get to the battery compartment. So here's the cable that comes with it. I believe I read it was 15 or 19 feet. It's got a fuse on this end. So I'm going to use this fish tape here to see if I can fish in to go over that way where the battery compartment's at. It does look like there's room up above there for that to go over what I can see. Okay, I gotta get this all off and get this all cleaned up. You want to clean this really well. Four sets of bolts. You just got to figure out which ones are long enough for the ones that you need. Let's see, these ones are going to be too short. Okay, by the time that gets in, I'm going to need these long ones, I'm afraid. Probably, more likely, yes. I'm going to need the longest ones. I found that these bolts actually were a little bit too long. They're about an inch too long, so I had to cut them down to make them all fit properly, so the housing would fit flush. Now you can put a shrink wrap on there if you want to, or just use a ton of electrical tape. You don't want these to heat up. This will be a weak point right here where these bolts are, so make sure you use a lot of electrical tape. Now these screws were too short, so I had to go to the hardware store and get some longer screws. All right, I've got that all installed now.
It looks good so far. I'm going to mount the remote right there. Now this housing here does come off, so you can get up in there so you can put the screws in there for the housing. I learned that after the fact. Okay, let's test it. Well, it kicked on, so that means I wired it correctly anyways.
Nice and quiet. Blowing cold air. Turn these how you want.
Well, it died on me. The reason why? I'm using the wrong battery. It does tell you in the instructions you should use a lithium battery. So I went and got me a lithium battery and put it in there.
Okay, it's all hooked up. Now what I did is I put in, it's got a fuse on this line, but I went ahead and put a breaker on right here. I did that just because if I don't want it to be on, I can always shut it off right here by the breaker. So that's what I done. Let's go in and test it now. It slowly comes on.
It takes a minute for everything to turn on. It comes on very slowly. I guess this is protection.
Okay, I just heard the compressor kick in. It's all working. You can adjust these ever how you want them, turn them how you want them, set the control. Cooling down, I feel it. Feels good. Works good. It's been running for an hour now. Still on, still blowing cold air, still doing its job good. Okay, I'd say it works pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Now this trailer was pre-wired with solar, and so this is the controller unit.
Well, it's been on 4 hours now anyways, and it's still running good. Hasn't run my batteries down or anything. So hey, I'd say that's working perfect. Perfect.
Well, I got it all installed. It all seems to be working great. I enjoy it. I'm going to look forward to using this thing all summer long. It was a little harder than what I thought it was going to be to install it. I ran into a few little snags every, once in a while now and then, but nothing didn't get worked out and didn't get fixed. There's a lot of videos online that'll help you out. Well, there was a few anyways that kind of give you some pointers and tips, but I sure hope this maybe helped you a little bit. But hey, I enjoyed it. I want to thank them, and good luck to you guys. And hey, you know what? Stay cool.